Hey gang, short and sweet this week. Excuse the mess in here. New piece of equipment, kind of exciting. Got this new warmer. It's definitely a little bit better of a mobile warmer. The Alto Sham weighs like 9 bajillion pounds, so this one's definitely a little bit more mobile, even though it's taller. Yeah, excited to use this thing at the farmer's market. The other thing we got is right here, and just in time for what appears to be a rainy Friday. We got our new tent from Tent Craft. We're cooking some stuff today. Got a brisket on right now. There we go. Could have trimmed this a little better, but it's gonna be delicious. And we are testing, I screwed this fire up, it started falling apart. We are testing our menu for the farmer's market here, so just seeing kind of how everything comes together when we put it all in the tray together. So don't mind the darkness behind me. The dogs' beds and blankets and stuff are sprawled out all over the floor. So it's a total mess. But yeah, we tested the whole menu. I got some pictures of the tray. Now, I think you saw I kind of teed it up. There was some weather coming in on that Friday that I was cooking. And I guess it's a good time to hit on this because this happens, right? We did not have a good cook. Food was good. It was more than it was edible, right? But we didn't really hit what we were looking for. The brisket was a little grainy. It was falling apart a little bit. Tasted fine. Ate fine. But not the standard that, you know, I kind of have for it. Didn't completely shred, right? It sliced. But it was just a little grainy. It wasn't really where I wanted it to be. The ribs were good. The pulled pork, we did that Joe Yim method again, where we cut it up into pieces and deboned it. And this time I did dry some of it out. So yeah, it wasn't our best work, to be totally honest. Plus I had some hiccups with the sides. I had some issues with the beans I made. I tried to kind of do a quick soak on the dried beans, and they never really got soft, so I wound up having to make some late changes with those. So let's just say this: it was a good dry run, because that was our dry run for the first farmer's market, which is actually in a couple days when I'm doing this in post here. So it was good that we got through that little bumpy spurt there. The weather had a lot to do with it. I was multitasking big time, and things got away from me a couple times. I had stuff in zones on the cooker where it was really at a little bit of like an uncomfortably hot area. Particularly talking about the pulled pork now, because that was the thing that came out the worst, which is odd because I don't think I've ever made bad pulled pork before. It's kind of pretty forgiving, but this was a special case where A, I tried the method of cutting it up, and B, I was also kind of inattentive for long stretches. The fire when it's raining also is very different. I haven't cooked in that kind of a rainstorm before. I've cooked in like a little bit of rain, but nothing like that. So, because it was pouring most of the day. I had that tent up and it was just pouring rain, which is why I didn't stay super diligent with the filming either. It just turned into a mess. But yeah, no, really good experience. Little concerning, but kind of the reason I wanted to hit on it here is like that happens, right? The brisket, I'm nitpicking on the brisket. The brisket was fine. By most people's standards, it was fine. I have a very specific standard I'm trying to hit with that. I don't always hit it, but I'm usually closer than I was I mean, if you got it at a barbecue spot, particularly around here, I mean, nobody would be complaining. I'd probably be the only guy that had an issue with it, but it was a little bit grainy. The company loved it. They thought it was delicious. So gearing up for the farmer's market now. I'm glad we tested it out, made all the sides. Everything came out good. Everything came out good except the pulled pork, because I really kind of let it go. I got busy doing other stuff, and I let it go in a hot spot. And I even knew, like in the back of my mind, like, hey, you know, you're probably going to dry that out. But I haven't really done this method too many times where you debone it and cut it up, and wasn't really sure how far you could take it because it does confit, but it doesn't rehydrate, right? So you can't dry it out. All right, it's a rainy Saturday, but we're up at the Chestnut Hill Farmers Market. Scott from North by Texas is hosting Jordy, kicking off this guest pitmaster series that he's doing, which is a pretty cool idea. So we figured we'd come up here, check him out. It's not too wet out. It's spitting a little bit. Yeah, excited to eat some good food, right?
Probably.
What is 85 times 11?
Today, doing all right by yourself. Not too bad.
We're gonna get it, yeah.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Yes.
When you talk about rendering that top fat, this is the color that you're looking for. That is a nice tray. Brisket looking great. Jalapeno cheddar sausage, baked beans.
Oh, is it stuck on you?
Woo! Yes. Hey, thanks for checking us out this week. As I mentioned a couple times in this video, our first event is this coming Saturday at the Haddonfield Farmers Market in South Jersey. So we'll have some good stuff next time we share a video. We'll have some good coverage of that event and our prep for it and all that stuff. So looking forward to that. Appreciate the support. If you made it to the end of the video, again, would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.